Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Pay homage to the Blessed One. Dear friend, today, November 24, 2018, at Brahma Vihāra Meditation Center, I would like to deliver Sutta number 7 from Majjhima Nikaya, Vatthupama Sutta, the simile of the cloth. In this sutta, Buddha explained how our mind become defiled, So let us see how did he explain here. Thus say by heart, on one occasion, the Blessed One was living at Savatthi in Jeta's group, Anathapindika's park. There he addressed the bhikkhus. Thus, bhikkhus, Venerable Sir, they replied, the Blessed One said this, bhikkhus, suppose a cloth were defiled and stained, and a dyer dipped it in some dye and other, whether blue or yellow or red or pink. It would look poorly dyed and impure in color. You see, this is the simile that Buddha given. And then from this simile, he will give about the mind. He will explain about the mind, Then he said, why is that? Why is become like that? Because of the impurity of the cloth. So too, when mind is defiled, an unhappy destination may be expected. You see? When your mind is defiled, it's true, right? You see? And an unhappy destination may be expected. Because
unhappy destination means rebirth in the 3 states of deprivation: hell, animal kingdom, and the realm of ghosts.
Yeah. So, because suppose a cloth were pure and bright, a dyer dipped it in some dye or other, whether blue or yellow or red or pink, it would look well dyed and pure in color. You see, he said positive and then negative. Okay? Then he's talking about our mind. Why is that? Because of the purity of the cloth. So too, when mind is undefiled, a happy destination may be expected. Did you see that? Right? That means you have to clean your mind, right? You have to clean your mind. How will you clean your mind? You have to smile and then look at all the time how your mind is functioning, how your mind is working, doing any activities, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's talking about something else. Because what are the imperfections that defile mind? This is the question. You see, Buddha questioned himself and then he's going to answer. Covetousness and unrighteous greed is an imperfection that defiles mind. Ill will is an imperfection that defiles mind. Anger is an imperfection that defiles mind. Resentment is an imperfection that defiles mind. Contempt is an imperfection that defiles mind. Rudeness and impoliteness is an imperfection that defiles mind. Envy is an imperfection that defiles mind. Greedy materialism is an imperfection that defiles mind. Deceit is an imperfection that defiles mind. Cheating is an imperfection that defiles mind. Bull-headed inflexibility is an imperfection that defiles mind. Rivalry is an imperfection that defiles mind. Conceit is an imperfection that defiles mind. arrogance is an imperfection that defiles mind. Vanity is an imperfection that defiles mind. Negligence is an imperfection that defiles mind. You see, all those things are unwholesome, right? When all those unwholesome appear in your mind, in our mind, what we have to do? We have to understand, we have to know it, right? Then Buddha is going to talk about knowing that covetousness and unrighteous greed is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. You see? Knowing that ill will is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that anger is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that resentment is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that contempt is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that rudeness and impoliteness is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that envy is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that greedy materialism is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that deceit is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that cheating is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that bull-headed inflexibility is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that rivalry is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that conceit is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that arrogance is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that vanity is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. Knowing that negligence is an imperfection that defiles mind, a bhikkhu abandons it. That means when you understand, when you know unwholesome thought is arising in your mind, what will you do?
You abandon it.
What?
You abandon it.
What do you have to do?
Yeah.
You recognize it.
Nice.
Right? Recognize it because this is unwholesome. All those things are unwholesome, right? Angry, envy, vanity, negligence, arrogance, all those things unwholesome. So when unwholesome thought arise, then recognize it and release. Don't keep attention there continuously. Okay, relax in your mind, in your head, and the whole body, and bring up the wholesome thought. You know, bring up the wholesome thought by smiling, and then keep the wholesome thought continuously. This is the way how to abandon it. Okay?
Yeah.
When a bhikkhu has known that covetousness and unrighteous greed is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it. When a bhikkhu has known that ill will is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it. When a bhikkhu has known that anger is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it. When a bhikkhu has known that resentment is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it. When a bhikkhu has known that contempt is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it. When a bhikkhu has known that rudeness and impoliteness is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it. When a bhikkhu has known that envy is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it. When a bhikkhu has known that greedy materialism is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it. When a bhikkhu has known that deceit is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it, when a bhikkhu has known that cheating is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it, when a bhikkhu has known that bald-headed inflexibility is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it, when a bhikkhu has known that rivalry is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it, when a bhikkhu has known that conceit is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it, when a bhikkhu has known that arrogance is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it, when a bhikkhu has known that vanity is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it, when a bhikkhu has known that negligence is an imperfection that defiles mind and has abandoned it, when a bhikkhu acquires perfect confidence in the Buddha Das. You see, when you can know, understand very well all those unwholesome things, then you can acquire what? Perfect confidence. In your mind, the perfect confidence will arise, right? In the Buddha Das. So, what will you understand? The Blessed One was accomplished. The Blessed One was fully enlightened. The Blessed One was perfect in true knowledge and conduct. The Blessed One, sublime, knower of worlds, incomparable leader of person to be tamed, teacher of gods and humans, awakened one, blessed. You see, that confidence will arise in your mind, you know? And then, you see, a bhikkhu acquires perfect confidence in the Dhamma thus. First what? Buddha. And now Dhamma. What is the quality of the Dhamma? So, quality of Dhamma is, the Dhamma is well proclaimed by the Blessed One. So that thought will arise in his mind, you know. And visible here and now. Immediately effective. Is it true? Immediately effective? Because when you are practicing, right? When in your mind have confidence about Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha, then you see, and when you practice meditation in the practical way, then you can get immediately effective. Immediately. You are progressing meditation, right? So this is immediately effective. It's giving you a result, right? That's why I said immediately effective, inviting inspection, inviting others. Ehipassiku, please come and see my Dhamma. If you try to understand, if you think that this is good for you, you understand very well, and then practice it. After practicing, you get something true, then accept it. If you think this is not good for you, just leave it. You see, free, right? This is called inviting inspection, inviting others. Onward leading, to be experienced by the wise of themselves. A bhikkhu acquires perfect confidence in the Sangha. So first Buddha, Dhamma, and now Sangha. The Sangha of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing the good way, practicing the straight way, practicing the true way, practicing the proper way. That is the 4 pairs of persons, the 8 types of individuals. This Sangha of the Blessed One's disciples is worthy of gifts, worthy of hospitality, worthy of offerings, worthy of reverential salutation, the unsurpassed field of merit for the world. Those are the 9 qualities of the Buddha. So, you see, there are 9 qualities of the Buddha, 6 qualities of the Dhamma, and then 9 qualities of the Sangha. So, here the Buddha explained that a monk can understand when those unwholesome thoughts can abandon. In his mind will arise, he will understand the 9 qualities of the Buddha, 6 qualities of the Dhamma, and then 9 qualities of the Sangha.
So what are the 6 qualities of the Dhamma?
Yeah, I already said here.
Visible here and now?
Yeah, the visible here and now.
It's one?
The Blessed One is well proclaimed. The Dhamma is well proclaimed by the Buddha, one.
Ah, okay.
Okay? The visible here and now. Inviting, immediately effective.
Okay.
Inviting inspection. And onward leading to be experienced by the wise one for themselves. You got it? Okay. So, now he's talking about when a bhikkhu has given up, expelled, released, abandoned, and relinquished the imperfection of mind in part, they considers thus, I am possessed of perfect confidence in the Buddha. You see, like for example, you said that after coming here I learned something. So you have pure confidence. Yeah. So I didn't waste my time here at Brahma Vihāra Meditation Center. Right? You gained something. So similarly, a bhikkhu said, Buddha said that a bhikkhu will have confidence. When he will have confidence, I am possessed of perfect confidence in the Buddha. He will feel that. Okay? He gains inspiration in the meaning. He gains inspiration in the Dhamma. He gains relief connected with the Dhamma. When he is relieved, joy is born in him. Right? In one who is joyful, the body becomes tranquil. One whose body is tranquil feels happiness. In one who feels happy, mind becomes collected. You see? So this one related
here is a pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure, but I like this word.
Happy.
Happiness. Yeah. I also love this translation. But Vimala Ramsi changed the words, you know. So I love his changing word. So a bhikkhu considers thus, I am possessed of perfect confidence in the Dhamma, and he gains inspiration in the meaning. He gains inspiration in the Dhamma. He gains relief connected with the Dhamma. When a wholesome person, when a bhikkhu is relieved, joy is born in him. In one who is joyful, the body becomes tranquil. In one whose body is tranquil, feels happy. In one who feels happy, mind becomes collected. Right? Is it true? Yeah. A bhikkhu considers, thus, I am possessed of perfect confidence in the Sangha, and he gains inspiration in the meaning, he gains inspiration in the Dhamma, he gains relief connected with the Dhamma. When a wholesome person or a bhikkhu is relieved, joy is born in him. In one who is joyful, the body becomes tranquil. A wholesome person or a bhikkhu whose body is tranquil feels happiness. In one who feels happy, mind becomes collected. You see, same things he's repeating, but he just changing a few words. Okay? A bhikkhu considers thus the imperfection of mind have in part been given up, expelled, released, abandoned, and relinquished by me. He gains inspiration in the meaning, he gains inspiration in the Dhamma, he gains relief connected to the Dhamma. When a wholesome person is relieved, joy is born in him. In one who is joyful, the body becomes tranquil. A wholesome person whose body is tranquil feels happiness. In a person who feels happy, mind becomes collected. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the next, bhikkhus. If a bhikkhu of such virtue, such a state of collectedness, and such wisdom eats food consisting of choice,
Mm-hmm.
he'll rise alone with the various sources and curries. Even that will be no obstacle for them. Just as a cloth that is defiled and stained becomes pure and bright with the help of clear water, or just as gold becomes pure and bright with the help of a furnace, so too, if a bhikkhu of such virtue, such a state of collectedness, and such wisdom eats food consisting of choice, he'll rise with various sauces and curries. Even that too will no struggle for them. You see?
Mm-hmm.
He's giving something, he said, something he give the simile, and then he tried to compare the mind. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And now he's going to talking about loving kindness.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I chose this sutta, you know, because
I
now you are practicing the sixth direction.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
A bhikkhu abides pervading one quarter with mind imbued with loving kindness.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise the second, likewise the third, likewise the fourth. So above, below, around and everywhere, and to all as to oneself, the wide pervading the all-encompassing world with a mind imbued with loving kindness, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill. That means you are practicing now loving kindness. In this paragraph, Buddha talk about loving kindness.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you practice? Loving kindness, sixth direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here it said that one quarter means what? One quarter
One
means
direction.
yeah, in the forward direction, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then likewise second, the backward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Likewise third, left side, and likewise fourth, right side. And then so above, below, around and everywhere, to all as to oneself, thereby perverting the all-encompassing world. It's all direction, okay?
Mm-hmm.
With a mind imbued with loving kindness, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill. That means, this morning what did I say? I said this morning, you start radiating loving kindness to your family members, right? To your dad first, 5 minutes, 10 minutes or whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And to your mom, to your sister, to your brother, to your aunt, to your uncle, and all the family members, you can one by one, you can radiate loving kindness to them. Then you start for what, 5 minutes? May all living beings be happy, calm. May all living beings, all deities, all human beings, all animal, whatever, you try to bring in your mind, you know, and then you start radiating, sending loving kindness to them. They'll be happy, they'll be calm, they'll be free from suffering, they'll be free from danger, free from difficulties, you know, then your loving kindness will go slowly like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then backward, left side, right side, above, below, and all direction.
Mm-hmm.
Do that way. So now compassion. A bhikkhu abides perverting one quarter with mind imbued with compassion. Likewise the second, likewise the third, likewise the fourth. So above, below, around, and everywhere. and to all as to oneself. A bhikkhu avoids perverting the all-encompassing world with a mind imbued with compassion, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without delay. That means when you practice loving kindness meditation, from loving kindness it will change to the compassion. That time you will attain the base of infinite space. It will change. So that's why I told you, you have to tell me what is the feeling of compassion, because if I tell you, maybe, so
don't tell.
Yeah, I don't want to tell, so I want from you experience.
Sure.
So what do you feel that? Then when you get it, then I can tell, oh, this is the stage of this. So now you are practicing compassion. So when you can practice loving kindness, compassion meditation will be very easier for you. You know how to do, how to practice it. Next, joy. A bhikkhu avoids perverting one quarter with mind imbued with joy, mudita. Okay, Mettā, Karuna, finish. Now we are talking about mudita, joy. Likewise the second, likewise the third, likewise the fourth. So above, below, around and everywhere, and to all as to oneself. A bhikkhu avoids perverting the all-encompassing world with a mind imbued with joy, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill. That means when you can develop the base of infinite space, so that stage you will practice compassion, karuna, right? And from that stage, when you practice continuously, then you will attain mudita. What is that? The base of infinite consciousness. The base of infinite consciousness. So in that stage, how your mind is the link of dependent origination. The consciousness will rise very fast. Rising, passing away, rising, passing away, rising, passing away. It's very fast. Then in your mind, as I said, everything is anicca. Everything impermanence. Rising is automatically and passing away. I don't say to rise, but it's still rising, passing away, rising, passing away, rising, passing away. So in your mind, everything is anicca, impermanence will rise in your mind. You'll experience that. Birth, death, birth, death, birth, death, birth, death. Right? So in that state, the base of infinite consciousness. Okay? Now we are talking about equanimity. Comes in Pali, upekka. A bhikkhu avoids perverting one quarter with mind imbued with equanimity. Likewise the second, likewise the third, likewise the fourth, so above, below, around and everywhere, and to all as to oneself. A bhikkhu avoids perverting the all-encompassing world with a mind imbued with equanimity, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, with a hostility and with a... So in that stage, when you attain that, it's called upekka, and in that stage your meditation will change again. So first of all, you practice loving kindness. From loving kindness, you'll attain the base of infinite space, and that stage your meditation will change from loving kindness to compassion. Right? And then when you practicing continuously compassion, then you will attain the base of infinite consciousness. And that stage, your meditation will change again. You have to practice joy. You cannot practice anymore compassion. And from that stage, from base of infinite consciousness, when you practicing, then you will attain the base of nothingness. Then your mind will be so balanced. So balanced. When your mind is little bit unbalanced, then is the right effort. Harmony is practiced. Okay? And then it's just watching your mind. how you, so then you feel uplifted, your mind will be, you'll feel so light, you'll get you'll gain a lot of insight that stage, So these are the upekka, right? A bhikkhu understands thus, there is this, there is the inferior, there is the superior, and beyond there is an escape from this whole field of perfection, whole field of perception. When a bhikkhu knows and sees thus, his mind is liberated from the taint of sensual desire. What did I say, taint? How to say in Pali? Asava. Asava. You said in flow.
Flaw.
Yeah.
So,
okay, anyway, in flow. So from the inflow of being, from the inflow of ignorance, when it is liberated, there comes the knowledge. It is liberated. A bhikkhu understands birth is destroyed. The holy life has been lived. What had to be done has been done.
This is my favorite sentence in whole Buddhism.
Yeah, this is very good. I also love that,
What had to be done has been done.
Has been done. I love that sentence too. Yeah, there is no more coming to any state of being.
So the being here is the same, this continue...
Yes, continuity.
Continuity?
Continuity. It means you never reborn again. Okay? This bhikkhu is called one bathed with the inner bathing. Okay? Now, on that occasion, the Brahmin, you see, now will be the very interesting talking. So you have to be very attentive to, okay? Now, on that occasion, the Brahmin, Sundarika Bharadwaja, was sitting not far from the Blessed One. Then he said to the Blessed One, but does Master Gautama go to the Bahuka river to bathe? You see, during the Buddha's time, a lot of Hindu people, there is one river, Bahuka river, and even now, a lot of people go to take.
But it's really interesting because when the Buddha says this bhikkhu is called one bathed with the inner bathing.
Okay.
And in the commentary it says...
don't follow the commentary.
No, it says like the Buddha said that on purpose because he knows that the Brahmin likes to go bathing. So he wanted to trigger his attention.
Okay.
So
anyway, so let me read the first and then I can give some comment. Does Master Gautama go to the Bahuka river to bathe? Why, Brahmin, go to the Bahuka river? What can Bahuka river do? Master Gautama, Bahuka river is held by many to give liberation. It is held by many to give merit. And many wash away their evil action in the Bahuka river. You see, this is nonsense. This is like nonsense talking, right? That means
I love that.
He's the foolish guy, you see. That means...
But still many...
But still he's wise. Later on he will understand what the Buddha is talking about, He's very, very wise guy, wise Brahmin. Okay, then the Blessed One addressed the Brahmin, Sundarika Bharadwaja, in stanzas. Bahuka and Adikaka, Gaya and Sundarika too, Payaga and Saraswati, and the stream Bahumata, a fool may there forever bathe, and yet will not purify dark act deeds. You see? A fool, as I said, a fool understand like that. You go to the your whole life, you do the unwholesome activities, unwholesome actions. Then, if you go to the Bahuga river, take shower, and then everything will go.
Done.
Everything done.
Purified.
Purified. No need to practice meditation. No need to keep the precept.
Yeah.
Right? This is the fool people think that way. So Buddha said, a fool may there forever bathe, yet will not purify dark deeds. What can the Sundarika bring to pass? What the Payaga? What the Bahuga? They cannot purify an evil doer. A man who has done cruel and brutal deeds. One pure in heart has evermore the feast of spring, the holiday. One fair in act, one pure in heart, brings in virtue to perfection. You see, Buddha is talking about here, if you keep the precept, right, your mind will be pure, right? So, it is here, Brahmin, that you should bathe to make yourself a refuge for all beings. And if you speak no falsehood, nor work harm for living beings, nor take what is offered not, with faith and free from avarice, what need for you to go to Gaia? For any well will be your Gaia. You see?
Beautiful.
Very wonderful, right? When this was said, Brahmin Sandarika Bharadwaja said, magnificent Master Gautama, magnificent. Now he accepted. Wow, whatever he said is so excellent. You see, Master Gautama has made the Dhamma clear in many ways, as though he were turning upright what has been overthrown, revealing what was hidden, showing the way to one who was lost, and holding up a lamp in the dark for those with eyesight to see forms. You see, very good. Now he understands. That's why I said, Brahmin, Sundarika, Bharadwaja, he also ascetic, you know. He was a Brahmin and he's very intelligent Brahmin, you know. Then he said, I go to Master Gautama for refuge, and to the Dhamma, and to the Sangha of monks. I have received the going forth under Master Gautama. I have received the full admission. What does it mean, full admission?
To becoming monk.
Yeah, becoming monk. That means now he would like to get high ordination. It's called full admission. When you accept the 10 precept, that means you get the novice ordination. Okay? And fully ordination means Upasampada, we call in Pali. Upasampada means you become monk. Okay? Novice and monk different. So for novice, 10 precepts. For monk, 227 precepts. You know that, right? Okay. So, and the Brahmin Sundarika Bharadwaja received the going forth under the Blessed One, and he received the full admission, high ordination. Okay? And soon, not long after his full admission, dwelling alone, withdrawn, diligent, ardent, and resolute, the Venerable Bharadwaja, by realizing for himself with direct knowledge, here and now, entered upon and abided in that supreme goal of the holy life, for the sake of which a clansman rightly go forth from the home life into homelessness. He directly knew birth is destroyed, the holy life has been lived. What had to be done has been done. There is no more coming to any state of being. And the Venerable Bharadwaja became one of the Arahants. Wow! Do you want to practice like him?
Of course.
Everyone wants. Even me, you know, when I was at Dhamma Meditation Center, I really want to become like him, you know, and Bhante Vimala Ramsi understood about my, how to say, desire, about my attachment. And he said, well, I know you want to attain Arahant within 4 months, but if you have a lot of desire, you cannot do that. You cannot attain that. You have to recognize, release, relax, and laugh with yourself, and then your desire will go away. Then eventually you can attain Nibbana. You can become Arahant. So this is very interesting sutta, right?
Yeah,
I love this sutta very much.
Yeah.
So anyway, so these are the sutta number 7. Very interesting sutta. So if we bring up all the time this